Hello and welcome to another video by the Free College, and today we are looking at some differences in a comparison between Fairfield County, Connecticut and Casper, Wyoming. So I started in Fairfield County, Connecticut in two different places, and I ended up at the end, way north of where I started. And I just, I know that a lot of people that I went to school with, maybe people I grew up with, they also moved out of state. And I don't know if anybody's still going through the same kind of stuff, deciding if they're trying to stick it out or they want to leave or whatever. But here's some pointers that made Casper, Wyoming a really comfortable fit. All right, so first of all, we've got the cost of an apartment. So I used rentable.co and I typed in Casper, Wyoming, and if you scroll down, you'll see that the cost of a one-bedroom ranges from $540 to $970. Now, I went and compared that to what's in Fairfield, Connecticut for apartments. And what we're looking at is $800 to $2,850. So we're looking at prices about 3 to 4 times the difference. So if you're looking at Fairfield right now and you're thinking, this is somewhere I want to live, I've heard great things about it. The schools are going to definitely be a lot better than Casper, Wyoming. So if you have young children or high school age children, then Fairfield's going to be your better bet. But if you are paying those prices and you're not having any kids in school, you should probably consider Casper, Wyoming. So as far as entertainment goes, we have in Bridgeport, Connecticut, they have the Total Mortgage Arena with a capacity of 10,000. And in Casper, Wyoming, they have the Ford Wyoming Center, which has a capacity of right around 10,000. So we have the same size venues, except if you could imagine if you're from the area of Bridgeport and Fairfield, if you were to put Harbor Yard instead of Fairfield, put it in instead of in Bridgeport, put it in Fairfield, then that's what you'd be dealing with. Also, Fairfield has universities, but has no community college. The community college is in Bridgeport. Well, in Casper, Wyoming, there is a 2-year school. So imagine no 4-year schools, but you have a community college with on-campus housing, with an option of an aviation program to get through their flight school to make $100,000 a year in a market where there's a flight pilot shortage. These are real goals that are really obtainable here. And they have on-campus housing. Oh, and also they have a deal with the University of Wyoming that you could also finish a 4-year degree at this location as well in Casper. So you're putting Housatonic in Fairfield again, and condensing those universities into just being an extension of that school. So that's the difference between the Bridgeport, Fairfield area and Fairfield County with the college system and what you'll see in Casper, Wyoming. Another thing that's interesting, if you like, another question I get a lot is about the weather. Unfortunately, we have winters just like Connecticut. So in Casper, Wyoming, and Connecticut, the winters are just about the same. Casper might be a little worse, and it might be a little longer. by a few weeks. But so you might see snow in some months that you're not used to it. But overall, they equal out. However, when you're dealing with skiing, and just to give you an idea of how big Casper is, the population of Casper is around 60,000, and the population of Fairfield is around 60,000. So we're talking about a place here that I moved to that's the equivalent population to Fairfield. So the goal is to get Fairfield without paying for Fairfield, right? That's the idea. We also have a bus here. I'll get more into the other things that are developed. Oh, skiing, that's all right, I'm sorry. So skiing, if you were to go to a skiing resort from Fairfield, it's about an hour away. Here, the mountain is literally around the corner from downtown. So it's actually a third of that. It's probably 20 minutes away from anywhere you are. And also there are buses. If you don't have a car, this is a good place to start. But if you do want a job, I would recommend that if you were in the CNA, if you had a CNA, it would be a really good thing to pass to use coming out this way, because there are a lot of home health service agencies like Mills Helping Hands that help veterans. And there's also, we have homes for the elderly, a few of those. And we also have some visiting nurse agencies that are working in the area that could really use more personnel. So if you if that's your kind of area, nurse's aid sort of thing, if that's your field, I would recommend getting out here quickly and trying to find a job in that field, because you'll probably be successful if you have a background in that. And if you have any children who've been struggling or dependents that have been struggling to get their lives together, you can use some of these resources to help them get on their feet, whether they might want to go to college for being an air pilot, or getting into the nursing field that we have here as far as employment. So anyway, yeah, these are just a few things that I'm covering. I want to make a few videos about some of the comparisons and similarities. What are some of the same? What are different? And that's the end of the video.